Hello, I'm Dr. Claire Hutchinson, a Senior Research Fellow at the Caring Futures Institute at Flinders University. In response to the recommendations of the Royal Commission into Aged Care Quality and Safety, the Department of Health and Aged Care has now expanded the Quality Indicators programme to include the measurement of quality of life for the very first time. The instrument selected to measure quality of life in aged care is the Quality of Life Aged Care Consumers Measure, or the QALAC, which was developed by our team at the Caring Futures Institute. This short video is a companion to the QALAC user guide. I'll provide some background information and basic guidance for using the QALAC, including its administration, scoring, interpretation, principles, and terms of use. The QALAC was developed over a 3-year period in partnership with older people, family carers, and aged care organisations. It covers the 6 quality of life dimensions that older people have told us are the most important for them to feel like they're having a good quality of life as they age. These dimensions are mobility, pain management, emotional well-being, independence, social relationships, and activities. For more information about the development of the QALAC measure, please go to the section How was the QALAC developed in the user guide. The QALAC has 1 item per dimension, and all the items have the same 5-point response scale, asking how frequently the older person experiences that dimension, from all of the time to none of the time. Respondents simply tick or click on the response that best captures their current quality of life. There are self-complete, interview-administered, and proxy versions of the QALAC measure available for application. To generate an overall summary score, respondents need to complete every item. If a respondent is unable to assess their own quality of life, you can ask a family member who sees them regularly to complete a proxy version of the QALAC. If older adults are unable to complete the QALAC due to sight or dexterity issues, or if they need more support in terms of explanation and examples, you can use the interview-facilitated version of the QALAC. However, you will need more time for this. Please note that the QALAC is a validated measure and has been extensively tested, and as such you need to administer the QALAC items in full without changing any of the wording or response categories. The data on quality of life is being collated nationally, and the instrument needs to be applied consistently. To score the QALAC, responses to each dimension are scored from 0 for none of the time to 4 for all of the time as shown. The QALAC overall scores therefore range from 0 to 24. We provide cut-off scores as guidelines for interpretation, with a score of 22 or above considered excellent quality of life and a score of 7 or under considered very poor quality of life. A key finding from our development work was that older adults highly value psychosocial aspects of quality of life. 4 of the QALAC dimensions relate to psychosocial dimensions, and only 2 dimensions, mobility and pain management, relate to physical health. As well as providing data to the Department of Health and Aged Care, the quality of life data can be used for service planning. Dimension-level data across client groups can support providers to tailor care and support services to improve older people's quality of life. The QALAC can then be used as a pre- and post-intervention measure to assess the success of these new services and supports. The new Flinders University Research Centre, ARIA, Aged Care Research and Industry Innovation Australia, has a website which details useful resources to support providers in developing interventions that align with the quality of life dimensions. In their Knowledge and Implementation Hub, they have synthesised national and international evidence on what works in aged care. If you click on the Knowledge and Implementation Hub tab and then Aged Care Topics, you will see information relating to many of the QALAC dimensions. For example, the link to rehabilitation, reablement and restorative care has lots of information that relates to mobility. Mental health and well-being relates to emotional well-being. Social isolation relates to social connections dimension. And meaningful lifestyle activities relates to our activities dimension. There are also a number of other resources provided through ARIA which provide useful information on maintaining or improving quality of life for specific groups, such as those experiencing dementia or needing palliative services. The QALAC can also be used for economic evaluation when combined with its accompanying preference-based scoring algorithm. While the summative scoring method outlined earlier effectively assumes all dimensions contribute equally to a person's quality of life, the preference-based scoring algorithm weights individual responses based on how important each dimension is to older people's quality of life. This preference-based scoring algorithm is based on the perspectives of almost 1,000 aged care service users. Please contact us at caringfutures@flinders.edu.au if you need access to the scoring algorithm for the purposes of research and economic evaluation. We hope you found this short video useful in administering, scoring, and using the QUALAC with your clients. We believe that the addition of quality of life measurement into the Quality Indicators program is an important step forward in capturing outcomes that are important to aged care service users.